Hello everybody. As you can see, we're back in the lunar light. Why, you ask? Because apparently we have no active quests. Train me to be a bishop. Maria, if you remember, was the one who asked us to bring back a paralyzed party member. Ah. You thought you heard a voice coming from behind you. You turned around, and there stood Maria. I became a priest. Yes, gender neutral. It's all thanks to you. So I went to the temple to see if I could work there, but... Her face became pale and tears started to form in her eyes. They said there are too many priests at the temple, and they needed bishops right now. 'Cause they're all the rage. I want to become a bishop. I only need one more thing, the power to resurrect someone from ashes. I know it's a cruel quest. Please, let me resurrect someone from ashes. I'll always be here. Always. Watching you. So please, come back when one of you is turned into ashes. Since we do not have the resurrection spell yet, that might actually be a little bit difficult. Why? Let's go ahead and do it. We'll bite the bullet. I'm not taking Lydia's quest until near the end, I don't think. If it's the same as usual, you would expect to hear a familiar voice about now. You weren't waiting for it, but you did walk slower. Stop! Just as you expected. You stopped walking. Yoo-hoo! Helga jumped in front of you. You accepted my quest again, didn't you? Let's do it. Really? I was just joking. I must be psychic. And psychotic. I must be guided by the heavens. Everyone would be so jealous of me. Oh, well, anyways, you're looking for me again. Or working for me again. Alright. The Helga brand sword. Finally, I'm going to begin selling it. But I decided not to sell it the same way other places do. You know how I'm going to sell it? Yes, I do. Oh, don't try and act like you know. Only I, the beautiful genius, would be able to think this up. Don't worry, you're my business partner, I'll tell you. Here's how. Auction. Auction. eBay! That's right, an auction. With an auction, customers will swarm to my store like flies to booyah. It'll be the most popular store around. Shut up. But first, I have to advertise my shop in this sword. So, that's where you step in. I want you to take this sword and advertise it to adventurers in the Labyrinth. You got the Helga brand hound sword. Oh, and don't even think of fighting with this sword. It's shit like most of the things I make. I don't want a scratch on it. It's valuable merchandise, you know. However, make sure you flash it around and make it look powerful. Show it off to at least 5 people. According to my calculations, someone will see you every 5 or 6 battles. I'd say if you fight about 30 times, at least 5 people would have seen you. I'm counting on you. Helga went back to the counter and thankfully out of my life. That's a pretty easy quest to do, really. All you have to do is play the game, basically. As she said, fight 30 fights and you're done. And that's pretty much all there is to that one. You can't actually use the hound sword, as she mentioned. It's not even a real item, it's just a little quest note. And that's pretty much all it's good for. But this is the last Helga quest, so I'll be happy to get it out of the way. And we will be returning back to B6 as soon as I dispatch these baddies. So I suppose I will see you at B6. Or we will have a cutscene. Hey, Kobold! A kobold passing by. Huh? What do you want? Will you gives me a broken sword.
Huh? A broken sword? Oh, okay, I'll give it to you. Just be thankful to me, if you know what I mean.
The kobold threw the broken sword at Francois. The broken sword hit Francois directly in his belly. That's a hurt. You're some mean kobold.
That's for stopping me. Rawr.
Fuck you, Higgins. The kobold stomped away in a bad mood. That was be mean. He's be horrible. But I've got another one, so it's be okay. Francois, still teary-eyed, trudged off holding the broken sword. It is impossible for me to hate the orcs in this game, I'm sorry. Anyway, as I was saying, I will see you all on B6. And we're back in Moldy Fort. Exciting. We should be able to get down to B7 in this video, if I play my cards right. And we don't die or meet some other embarrassing fate. So, let's get cracking it. Let's see, what was I thinking about a few minutes ago? It has been a while since I've uploaded a video. No, I don't really have a reason. Where's my... Okay, in lash, what we want. Assisted restrict shot. Hopefully we can kill the mage in this round. I don't really have a reason for not uploading a video this time. I just didn't. But I have new internets. New, faster internets. A whopping 3 megabytes per second. I know that's not impressive to any of you. But for out where I live, it's pretty nice. And definitely much better than what I had before. So I will actually try to make this a very high quality video. Not as compressed as what we've usually been doing. And hopefully, you guys that watch, all 3 of you, will notice the improved quality. So, very exciting. And I'm talking funny already today. It is 3:02 in the morning. I'm going to ride with my aunt to take my uncle to work soon. Well, at 4. For no other reason than I can, and I'll probably still be awake. How many traps in this damn place? One in here, too. Alright. And heading up. And probably running into something. Nope. There's a new version of Magic Duels of the Planeswalkers coming out in exactly 10 days from now, which I will probably try and pick up. I have a pretty good bit of fun with the demo that I got of the first one. But I figured, hey, the second one's coming out in less than 2 weeks, so might as well just wait for that and buy that one. Have the newer cards and stuff in it. And it'll be fun. It's a nice little game to play when you don't have anyone else to play Magic with. Or I really like doing the 2-headed giant variant of the game, which is the 2 versus 2, for those of you who don't know. Very, very entertaining. I do wish you could make your own decks in that game, but, yeah, well, you can't have everything, I don't suppose. What the fuck am I doing? We need spell cancel. Because these bishops are at least going to get 1 off before we manage to kill them. Nice. Maybe not. Maybe they won't. Because then they'll go over and chop up that poor bearded fellow. The mustache fellow. And he's dead.
This is what I call killing efficiency.
We don't waste time. We go, we kill, we move on. We're like a well-greased killing machine. You don't want a poorly greased killing machine, it just makes a mess. Fuck bugs, they're friendly, cuddly bugs, like the ones on Fear Factor. Is that show even around anymore? Well, I don't know, I remember when everyone talked about that damn show. Like, when reality TV was first kind of getting started. Which makes me sound really old to talk about it. But, well, I completely lost where I was in here. Anyway, treasure! But I remember when Fear Factor was new, and the whole reality TV thing was kind of new. And, I still don't really like reality TV, to be honest. You know, to me it's kind of silly. Though there have been a few shows I like to watch. Like I liked watching Pitchman with Billy Mays, who I actually kind of like. As weird as that may sound, I actually thought he was a pretty... Well, I don't know if I'd say he was cool, but he was amusing. And I'm fucking this to holy hell. but he was amusing to listen to and to watch. I liked that show, but generally speaking, I never really liked reality television. I don't know, it was boring. But yeah, I remember when Fear Factor was new and everyone was talking about that and reality TV in general. I don't know, did reality TV start up because of a writer's strike? I don't remember, I think it did. I want to say it did. And I didn't buy any goddamn antidotes. Son of a bitch. Okay. Well, I totally failed this video. Well, let's just see how it goes. May have to do some creative editing here. If I do, we'll just cut back to this point. But we shall see. We will continue our adventure, jolly forth, undeterred, as it were. But I may have to go back and buy some antidotes, because we really are going to need those. But it's out of the way to get them now, because I have to go down to the Smiley Shop. Son of a bitch. I'm going to have your job, chicken. I think it's funny, the party won't complain if I'm poisoned. If, the party leader gets poisoned, they don't give a shit. But if someone else gets poisoned, Henna, which, if we were doing this realistically, Ricardo would know less well than he knows me. Then he gets all emo. Let's see, yeah, she's losing her faith in me, or something like that. I already did your quest, woman. You shut up. Okay. Alright, well, it looks like we're going to be doing some creative editing. I need to get more transfer potions anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off here, and I will start this back up when we're done. Lucky me. And it looks like we have another cutscene. Do you remember me? I'm the person who had you search for a book. There's one thing I would like to ask you. Are you intending to go deep into that labyrinth? Yes. Nobody has ever seen what exists deep in the labyrinth. I believe I know what is down there, but there's no way for me to confirm that anymore. Walter left after he whispered some mysterious words. We live in a dream. The voices of living beings, the voices of dead beings, in this boundless darkness. Our souls are desiring to sleep earlier than our physical bodies. I don't remember ever seeing that before. And we have more crap, apparently. A well-groomed knight stood in front of the door. He approached you in order to talk, possibly remembering you from the past. Currently, nobody is in the room. Sir Ladua has taken Her Majesty to a safer place. Her Majesty was unwilling at first, because of her strong sense of responsibility for Duhan. She was eventually convinced. Though both of them are not here, the labyrinth is still under her rule. Therefore, please continue your search. As if I needed your permission. Okay, now we should be getting back to where we just were. Onward and upward. Well, downward in this case. Alright, and we're back. Finally. And I can't run, as I lack the stamina to push through the wall. Oh, what a cruel world. Come on, build up some stamina. Oh, good lord. This is kind of sad. Oh well, we'll fight these bugs. It'll make me feel better. Slimers! Red jelly. Even better. Alright, we will... front guard. We will... Maybe I'll get assisted spell anyway. We will restrict shot. And we will cast Ash. Which hopefully should kill them. I don't think I've ever seen slimes rushed before, but you never know. And if you don't protect against the rush, you'll regret it. Hopefully this will kill them. These high-level slimes are pretty resilient, as you can see. That got him, though. There's things later in the game called silver slimes that are quite next to invulnerable, really. Okay, I really don't feel like dealing with these people this entire long-ass battle. I just want to break down the walls, man. Keep going. Continue our adventure. Down into the depths. Oogly boogly. But apparently we have to fight large globs of KY jelly. Okay, if your KY jelly looks like that, you probably shouldn't use it. It's not safe for your penis. Or whatever parts you happen to have. Apparently we just play defensive, we'll kill them. Kill them slowly. Let's see. I keep losing my train of thought because I have to keep stopping and going back to other places and crap like that. We will restrict shot again. I cast one of these earlier. We will do some massive fire damage, hopefully. And I think I cast the wrong spell, but it's okay. Hopefully burn them. Nope, I get the right one. Let's see. Had a game earlier today. Session went pretty well. It was kind of short though. It was a combatless session, which I think we've never done before. Though we were short a player, and we really didn't want to go that far without him, so we were kind of motivated not to go too far into things. This is slime jelly. It actually is a different kind of slime thing. I think there's slime's jelly and slime's goo, and they are different reagents, so that's why you want to kill the higher level slimes at least once. But now that we have, I don't think we have to deal with those battles again, thankfully. Like, the silver slimes are near impossible to kill, and absolutely not fun to go against. Then again, like I said, after a while the combat in this game gets generally unfun. Because you fight the same guys over and over, and there's really no strategy to it after a while. It's just going through the motions. You double slash, you restrict shot, and that's pretty much it. We do have to fight battles to show off the hound sword, and what better to show it off than with hounds? I saw Zolka, she was doing this Let's Play spelling, well, she's doing Spelling Blizzard, but it reminded me of when I was a kid and I first played Spelling Jungle, for those of you old enough to remember that game, and privileged to learn spelling from Yobi the Wizard, the creepy, bald, pedophilic stare thing who whistles at you. You never really noticed how annoying and how weird some things from your childhood were until you actually watch them again as an adult, or in this case, play the game. I don't know how I ever beat Spelling Jungle. It's just incredibly boring. Incredibly boring to watch, even though I have watched, about 30 minutes of it, just for the nostalgia factor of it. I was actually thinking about playing that game myself before she did it. Just, because there wasn't any other videos of it on YouTube, and I feel the need to do rare and unusual things. And we already looked at that, and we decided it wasn't worth wading out into the poison for. The joy of save states, I don't even remember what it was, but we decided it wasn't worth it. And look, more caustic hounds. We will restrict, we will attack. We will go through the motions. It's just like married life. I could tell you a funny story about married life, but I'll refrain. Because it's just, I wouldn't say it's too personal, but truly I find divorce of some people to be incredibly funny. It's because you knew it was going to happen when they got married. I don't know if anyone's actually ever had that experience before, but some people, they get married, and you're like, really? We both know how this is going to end. And it's just you in tears and with less money in your pocket. But, that's life. Well, for people who don't think things through, I suppose. I understand some marriages are gonna, things happen. Things happen to people, and sometimes you don't foresee it, but, it's just some people going into it, this is not gonna work out. As an outsider. But people never listen. People never take relationship advice. It's one thing I've learned during my time on this earth. is that nobody listens to relationship advice. They ask for it sometimes, which is kind of funny, but no one ever really listens to it. Which makes you wonder why they ask it. Actually, I know why they ask it. They ask it and they hope you're going to agree with them. That's why people ask for relationship advice, but they don't really want it. Then again, that's why people ask for advice in general. A lot of times people just ask for advice and hope you're going to agree with them, but they don't really want to listen to anything you have to tell them. I mean, that may sound a bit cynical, but that's just, you know, what I've found to be true in most people. This looks like this weird-looking... I think it's an animal and a spider on top of each other. And I don't feel like fighting more hounds. This is ridiculous. We have 3 encounters of those in a span of 2 minutes. Fuck that. And I really don't want to deal with more bugs either. Or slimes, for that matter. I just want to get down to B7 and possibly get us all killed again. Son of a bitch. And just to sit through a field of boring as they take pot shots at us. I've been working on my commentary for doing these LPs. I still haven't mastered the Let's Play Charisma that guys like Nintendo Capri Sun and Togoff seem to have. But then again, Nintendo Capri Sun just rambles about completely random and pointless things, which I guess is what LPers do. And I mostly just do the best at that when I'm tired. Though for some of us who aren't really that interesting, rambling can be rather difficult for long periods of time. But, well, you know. And they're summoning more. They're making more slimes in their own asexual sort of ways. It's a slime orgy as they make more red slimes. And this concept of sentient ooze has always kind of interested me in games. I think oozes make interesting enemies just because it's something so alien, really. I mean, how can you imagine being an ooze? I mean, everything, of course, everything humans create is from a human perspective. You know, when we do... It's very rare to see a television show or a movie or a game that has aliens in it that are not humanoid, that do not have human qualities to them. You know? That's what I think is kind of interesting. You know, we put a human spin on everything, obviously. We see from our own perspective. But in reality, you would expect alien life forms and alien beings to be very different from humans. So I haven't really seen many sci-fi shows explore that. At least not in as much depth as I think they should. Like, for example, a sentient slime. If you have, like in this game here, well, I don't know if they're exactly sentient, but you get the point. So if you had a thinking ooze, what sort of thoughts would it have? You know, and how would it perceive the world in a very unhuman-like way? It's interesting to think about. You know, so if there is alien life in the galaxy, which I'm not really, I don't know, I'm not really a believer in that sort of thing. But, I don't know, it's a pretty expansive galaxy. I don't think it's fair to say, to rule it out entirely if there's other life out there. But would you expect it to be human-like? I don't know, it'd be interesting to hear what people think about that. You know, if I go into my philosophical, theoretical corner. I always like talking about philosophy and questions that don't really have an answer. And a lot of that comes up with D&D and talking about alignment. Funny enough. Like there's this whole, always this discussion of what is good and what is evil, and what is lawful and what is not lawful, and no one really seems to completely agree on the subject of what is good, especially good and evil. Very difficult to define, and it really, I think, depends on a lot of things. I mean, something that seems evil to me apparently doesn't seem evil to some of my players. And that just leads to arguments, well, not really serious arguments, but just little disagreements and such. And it's really, I love philosophical discussions. You know, these kind of things you can just talk about and that have no real meaning, as you can't really prove or disprove any of them. Okay, we have to get this sphincter here to open and let us through. First, I'm gonna give him some gentle kisses on the neck. Ah, that's all you needed. Easy date. Okay, this is just goddamn ridiculous. I'm not... And they're friendly! You know, I don't trust friendly thieves. That's just me. Okay, the sphincter has opened for us. We may enter. Glory be. More enemies. Giants. This is the exact same encounter we just did. I don't even want to... God damn. I've got to get to another level. These encounters are boring to me already. Yes, this video I want to do... We're probably going to have a boss fight in this video. Little spoiler alert for you guys, but we'll probably have a boss fight in this video. I'm kind of reluctant to use anything because I don't know if we're going to hit more poison on the way out. But after this, hopefully this won't be an issue anymore. We can just skip around a little bit. You'll see. Those of you who've actually played this game probably know what I'm going to do. We're going to try to do. But since we had such good luck with the Greater Demon, I think we'll be okay.
Shove that potion down.
And then drink one yourself. So, shall we see how it goes?
I think we shall.
Never mind, we'll be stopped by the same encounter.
Same encounter!
I feel like this place has 3 different encounters and I just keep running into them over and over again. Ugh. Alrighty, but we shall see how our adventure goes. Open up to me. It's cold outside. You just gotta leave and come back and they'll open. Just like women. Oh. So is this where I needed to jump down? Time for the legendary save state. And I leap. Just never mind. Tychon doors. I leap us. God damn it. I can't. Oh, that's right. You can't actually jump out of that, even though it looks like you can. I remember now. The monster suddenly hit me. What's that shit? Fuck that. Oh, there you are. So are they predestined to suddenly hit me? No, they are not. I'm not fighting the same group of people once again. But yes, I've been enjoying having well, not free, but having unlimited internets. Before, I don't know if I ever told you guys this in a video, but before we were limited to, let's see, let me save this real quick. We were limited to 200 megabytes download per day, which, you know, bandwidth limits are pretty much unheard of in the US, I know, but we had them. We had a download limit per day, and it was difficult to explain that to people when they came over, because some people don't understand that downloads are... Oh, this is that special room I was telling you guys about. It looks very significant, doesn't it? But it seems to have no real purpose. It's this long, little winding way down here, but I've never found anything that's done in that room ever. So if you guys know anything about that, let me know. But yeah, we actually had a 200 megabyte a day download limit, and that is gone, so I'm quite enjoying the ability to freely use the internet and to freely watch dumb YouTube videos and all the other shit most people do freely. God damn it, that was fail. This is a chained corpse, and I don't know which direction I need to go in, so we're gonna go this way, even though I believe that is wrong. One of these little naked skelly guys. We will inlash them and spell cancel just in case they decide to get any funny ideas. And that sucked. Go, Henna, you're our only hope. And you too, apparently. And he's gonna cast, and... Well, it did no damage, but it still canceled the spell, and that's good enough in my book. Then again, my standards aren't especially high. But whatever. But yeah, I'm really happy about having
Better, faster internets. It will increase the speed in which I can view pornography.
Not really. I actually don't do that much anymore. And I'm not just saying that as some kind of macho thing like some people do. I just really don't. You know, it stopped being that entertaining once you weren't 13 anymore. At least for me. I don't know about you guys. It's the Let's Play Talk About Porno channel. This is a decidedly... I'm not catering, I'm not a family-friendly Let's Player, so... Okay, so this is not the right way, I'm pretty sure. Oh god damn. This is that same... It's the same group! It's the same group for the 9th time! Seriously? Is there no other enemies you can think of? How about a chimera? We haven't seen one of those in a while. Put some of those in here, or something. God, shit. And more hounds. More hounds. It's the same 3 goddamn creatures. Over and murder. Okay. Well, I couldn't escape, so they're asking to be pooped. So we will have to slaughter the caustic hounds. No, we must defeat them. They asked for it. They have insulted me. So they must die. Anyways. Yes, the upload speeds, I tested it earlier. I just uploaded Destiny, another song from the soundtrack to this game. No one really listens to the soundtrack. I have to think about 5 views on some of the soundtrack videos, but you know, they're there if anyone wants them. I know for a long time I really wanted the music of this game, especially when I did Neverwinter Nights. I think some of this music works really well for that sort of thing. But they're there if people want to see them, but yeah, it uploaded very quickly compared to my old stuff, so higher quality videos. Upload a gig or 2 of video and just go to sleep and let it do its thing. That's my plan anyway. Hound's ear. And apparently kill can... Oh yeah, we had to use a bunch of antidotes. Shall we go down the stairs? I believe that we shall, and we shall save state. Yes, it's another labyrinth level. The samurai you met on the 4th floor, Matsuri, was standing there like a ghost. I shouldn't have looked at it. If only I didn't see that crystal. No, I don't believe it. I don't want to believe it. Why? Just why? Are pure souls that much easier to draw into the afterlife? It didn't seem like a good time to call out his name. Matsuri continued to yell at the top of his lungs. No, maybe I actually knew. The answer was always in me. I was just scared to look. I was scared to admit it. It was not just her, but my... You had a feeling that Matsuri was going to vanish, so you called out his name. However, Matsuri did not respond. Matsuri slowly vanished into thin air. Just like the swordsman who taught you the allied actions. I wonder what that's all about. Okay, so we heard another labyrinth level. As I said, I feel like B6 is where the game kind of lost some of its originality, because now we start to have repeats of the labyrinth. And generally speaking, I will be doing some grinding here. I may or may not make a video out of it. I don't know. I mean, like I said, one of my viewers told me that they liked to see more combat videos and such, but honestly, I haven't heard from that person since I did that video, so... Yeah, I don't even know if they're still watching, probably not. And, which makes my audience, one person is actually speaking, and, well, I know them personally, so... I guess that degrades them a little bit as far as viewership goes. So I just do what I want. And I don't feel like it's really all that productive to show you a video of the honestly mostly boring combat. I'll probably show you, do one video of me exploring the labyrinth down here, because there's a few cutscenes and stuff that happen down here. You know, general stuff like happened before. Okay, I got this. And there's still those bumpers in there, and I just get totally fucked up. Okay, I just did this, but now I gotta refresh my memory. Okay, so we need to go this way and then down. Okay, I think I got it. We should be good now. That was the first time I came through here when I was doing my first, well, obviously first playthrough of the game. Ah, a black ogre. Yeah, and I don't know. It's like I was beaten, battered, and bruised as you were first exploring the game and all that. And these games are just so much harder the first time you play it because you don't really know what to expect and how to build and stuff like that. But, you know, I find the game really, really easy now. I've run into some hiccups, obviously, as you guys have seen, but generally speaking, this game doesn't really do that much to challenge me anymore. And as I say that, I'm probably going to get my ass kicked by something in the next room or whatever. But yeah, my point was, I don't know, the first time is really hard, and after that, you kind of master stuff. You kind of know where things are going to be. So, yeah, like I know what's coming up ahead. And now, even better, I have the almighty power of save states, which are lifesavers, by the way, if you're doing LPs. Because you really don't want to have to redo something just because you screwed up a little bit. And I get to show you deaths and embarrassing moments and all that fun stuff. Wow! And he's still standing. He's still standing better than I ever did. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm sorry, Elton. I have shamed you. Alrighty. We should have the door on here somewhere. We're gonna reference the map once again. Not like we ever use any of her other sorcerer spells. Alright, we just head down this hallway and we'll be at the door down. Which means we have 2 new GOTS traps unlocked. Isn't that exciting? I know. Get out of my way, fool. Alrighty. And here we are at the stairway down to B10. And we have another save state. And you'll see why as soon as we pop our heads down into the sham sanctuary. Hello there. There stood Culgan, who was ordered to capture Eugene. It was only Culgan without any of his men. Was he working in secrecy? Slayer. You took your guard, ready for an encore of the 4th floor battle, but Culgan didn't move. You're lucky. I don't have time to play with you, like we used to do in the bathroom. Anyways, after saying this, he turned his back and walked away. He lacked his usual fierceness. In fact, he seemed like he was perplexed. You were suddenly lost in thought when the sound of clashing swords and shouting brought you back to reality. Culgan was standing off against 2 hound ninjas with his short sword drawn. They were supposed to be under Culgan's orders. What is the meaning of this? But the ninjas just swung their swords. Culgan parried the ninja's blade with ease. The odor of scorched steel filled the air. What the hell does scorched steel even smell like? Do you know what it means to oppose me? The ninjas just raised their swords, moving like puppets. The area became surrounded by a bloodthirsty aura. The ninjas, who appeared with the wind, slowly surrounded the party. But Culgan whispered, without any change in his expression. So that's your answer. Slayer. Culgan suddenly called your name. You felt like he called upon you like this long time ago. He calls your name, then I got your back. You felt a strange feeling of trust inside you. You can't lose. You just know it. I've lost this fight quite a few times. The first time I played this game. You turned your back to Culgan and attacked the ninjas. And these are, I think, one of the more powerful types of ninjas. But we have a way to defend ourselves. If only I can remember what it was. Okay. First, this is going to be kind of a slow fight, sadly. So we need to have jump attack, first of all. Jump attack on kill Slail. And then we will go restrict shot with Sarah and, yeah, Ruai. Okay, so what this has effectively done is makes our front row invulnerable to attack. So unless they throw shurikens at the back row, our front row can't be damaged at all. And it's kind of a slow fight, but it's the best way to deal with these particular ninjas. Otherwise, this battle can quite shred you pretty quickly. Now, normally the ninjas have been nothing more than an annoyance because they slow down the emulator, but these ninjas in particular are quite vicious. And coupled with what makes it worse is there's another boss fight right after this. So, yeah, this was actually one of the harder encounters I ever did playing this game. One that caused me some of the most grief. Alright, we have Ricardo and then attack, and everyone on the back row is good and busy. So that's pretty much what you do this entire fight. It's just these same two things over and over again, but it works very well. Unless they do this. Because this will still hit. And she just got insta-killed, and the rest of them are just mutilating her body because they're assholes. Okay. Fail number 1. We shall see if we can pull our asses out of this situation. Though I don't have very high hopes. Let's just say that. That's not supposed to happen. Okay, we will restrict shot to the other two. And as long as they don't converge attack again, we should be fine. So, in order, otherwise we're screwed. Boink. Fuck. But Ruai is thankfully a ninja herself. Ah, god damn it, Sarah, you suck. Yeah, she's doing quite a bit to disappoint me right now. Boink. Oh, lordy. We're screwed. Okay. I don't really know what we can do here. We can continue to jump attack, obviously. I don't have a way to bring her back. So, I don't really think there's all that much we can do. Sarah is obviously quite terrible. Fast charm, increases accuracy, catch for levee, and cures of poison. I don't believe we have any way of bringing people back from the dead at this point in time. We could really use the carcass spell, but I don't know where to get it. So we'll have to wait. And we're doing converge attack on poor Kyo, who is invulnerable, thankfully. This might be a fast forward moment, who knows? Boink. Boink. Because we're having a whole lot of miss. Now we can in-lash. In-lash doesn't miss, so there is that, I suppose. Okay, I got a bit right here. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So we're gonna restrict shot on these two, and you know what? We'll just let Ruai fend for herself, honestly. Because we're not going to hit them unless we start doing something a bit more aggressive. And, you know, get ourselves killed. Point, point. That's one of the best things to do. Strip shot usually hits. Unless it's just Sarah by herself, in which case you're kind of screwed. And I'm hoping we can get to the next encounter. That's going to be kind of rough without Hina by our side. She's actually our star student, so we could be screwed. I say that a lot, though. Restrict shot, Ruai fends for herself. Point, point.
Useless as always.
She's gonna hit them one day. I believe in them, they can do it.
Wah!
You're all terrible. You're just jealous because she looks better than you. Okay, and heal yourself. Because even though you're kind of useless to me right now, it's still better you alive than dead. I think the ninja's still gonna get to attack before she casts, so yeah, she's toasted. Alright. Well, time for the old routine. For what it's worth, our party is mostly... and they're dead anyway. Doink. And we got a pretty good bit of experience for that. Too bad Hina and Ruai will get none of it. But anyway. No matter how many were killed, more ninjas would appear, one after the other. There's no end to this. Culgan whispered as he shook the blood off his blade. Just as everyone was prepared for a long battle, a rich voice echoed throughout. A voice that would make anyone bow down. That kind of voice. It's Helga! That is enough. You have done well holding up 2 of the Queen's guards this long. The ninjas sheathed their swords and bowed to their knees. Both you and Culgan slowly turned your heads with the same premonition. The chief of the Queen's guards, Ladua Almsday, was standing there. He cast a cold glance at you. Why, Chief? Ladua grinned at Culgan's whisper. If only you had followed orders, you would have lived long. Ladua quickly began chanting a magic spell. A poisonous golem! When the light disappeared, a giant monster stood in place of Ladua. Culgan sneered bitterly. Sneered? The chief's specialty was creating magic monsters. You could hear Ladua's voice from out of nowhere. For the sake of Her Majesty, Golem, finish off everyone here. Ladua is planning to finish you off along with the ninjas. But even being condemned to death, the ninjas didn't let out one cry of despair. In fact, they began to unsheathe their swords. Culgan didn't look pleased. They become the chiefs. No, Ladua's marionettes. Slail. I'll guide my men to the end fit for a human. You defeat that golem. You turned and nodded. Oh, goddammit. You nodded as you turned to the golem. As if it were a signal, the golem raised its massive arms.
Let's do this.
Boss fight music. I need to crank up the audio a little bit because I love this song. We got 2 mages and 2 dead party members. So far, things are going excellent. Alright, we will first of all end lash, restrict shot. The good thing about this, at least, is we can always restrict shot. Sadly, we cannot spell cancel and restrict shot at the same time, and I believe the golem casts spells. And of course, the mage casts spells as well, obviously. Normally they have weak spells, but this is a boss fight, so if someone dies, I'm probably just gonna... fuck me. Okay, I've gotten us out of some shitty situations before, but I don't think we're doing this one. I will jump attack! I'm gonna laugh my ass off if we actually pull this off. It'd be my most remarkable feat yet. Huh? You haven't won yet. Though you have come pretty close. You son of a bitch. Alright, poop. Okay. That's pretty much all we can do. Okay, allied actions assisted, we will restrict shot. Okay, individually you will... see if we can cheat a little bit. Increases an enemy's HP. Nope, that's back row. Okay, we need something that directly targets. Okay, we don't have anything that directly targets. Poop. Okay. Spell cancel. Individual actions. You will attack the flesh golem. And fail miserably at it. No, that wasn't quite what I had in mind, and you failed at it anyway. He's dead. Okay, I think this officially just became unwinnable. Okay, it was unwinnable when everyone died, but that's not the point. Kill, you're our only hope. We are officially screwed. We can attack the flesh golem, or we can attack the flesh golem. So we will attack the flesh golem. And he's about to die. Bam! Alright, you just saw the first real death. Save state! Or load state, rather. Alright. Let's try this again without the fail. Alright, we all know what all this dialogue says. I'll skip this as quickly as possible. See, normally, I actually come down here without Henna and do this encounter before I take on the Greater Demon. So my thought was, you know, we took out the Greater Demon, we probably wouldn't have that much trouble with this one, but apparently we still will. Yeah, he lacked his usual fierceness, and he was perplexed, and he was angry, and emo Dave, and all that general crap. I can't make this go any faster. I'm trying my best. Culgan did some stuff, and did some more stuff, and then we gotta fight the ninjas. The ninjas are an angry bunch. Okay, now if we can get through the ninjas, we need to get through the ninjas without people dying, obviously. You know, they got a lucky shot on Henna that insta-killed her. And she's one of our star players, and we really can't protect against converge attack. So I don't really have any kind of contingency plans for that. So if they converge attack, they're going to get hit. So I do the best I can. You turn and attack the ninjas. Save state. Okay, we got a save state here now. We will win this fight, even if it takes me 6 years. Okay. We can go for aggression, we can go for just trying to be defensive. Being defensive didn't work so great last time, so we will go for a little offense. Spell, I want something mean. Let's see. Yeah, freezing damage to a row of enemies, we will do that. We will Inlash, this will not miss. And we can hopefully just keep doing that. We have Restrict Shot up, so... yeah, he's down already. We're just gonna go offensive this time. Fucking goddamn it! Yeah, we're just gonna cut that off right now. Take number 3! Okay, they do not like Henna. They really don't. I wouldn't either, because she's powerful, but... okay. Okay, we need a Restrict Shot on Henna. And, let's try this again. Well, this time, she should be protected now. Not that that means they couldn't just insta-kill somebody else, mind you, but that's not the point. Okay, Henna is protected. And who else are they going to go for? Henna again. No deaths that time, though, sadly. Oh well. And we got one more going after Kill. And he missed. I think we can actually do that. Go with Kill being the vulnerable one, because he is a ninja. He has pretty good evasion. And again, they have pretty good attack, so he evens out. 2 dead. So it's just this one. He cannot converge attack, so we will go the slow defensive route on this one. Restrict Shot. I mean, I hate to play defense, but you know, he can't converge attack, so he's pretty much screwed.
Unless he decides to do shuriken throw. And he's out. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is how that's supposed to go. Everyone gets experience. Alright. No matter how many ninjas did stuff, they kept doing stuff. Alright, let's just try to get through this. The ninjas did some stuff, and they did more stuff, and then Culgan complained, and Ricardo cursed, and Ruai said something stupid, and we moved on. Looks like we're gonna have another hour-plus long video here. Much to your excitement, I'm sure. The chief's puppets.
You were one ugly son of a bitch.
Alrighty, Culgan didn't look pleased, but who would? Well, I guess I would if I was the duo. Alright, and back to my favorite boss fight music. Alrighty, what should we... Then we have ninjas this time instead of mages. I really didn't know they spiced these up. I thought they were always the same. Alright, in Lash. We want to get rid of those ninjas as quickly as possible. We'll spell cancel. That kind of do her stuff. And you, we're going to repeat what we just did before. We're going to have you do freezing damage to the back row. Take out the ninjas as quickly as possible. Boink, boink. Now this guy can cast spells, and spells, as you guys know, always concern me, because they're usually pretty potent. And this guy also has some really mean melee attacks, though, so... There's this one damage thing with the shurikens that can auto-kill you. Ding, 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 ding. Well, that was crap. And again, Sam. He's gonna come in with a melee attack one of these turns, and it's gonna hurt. Son of a bitch. Still not really what I'm afraid of more, though. He's glaring at me with his second head. Boink. Alright, save state number 1. Okay, so we're down to just this guy. Let's see what we can do to him. Okay. Do I spell cancel or do I restrict shot? Let's restrict shot. He hasn't done a melee attack yet. Probably about time he does one. Nice. Nice damage from Ricardo. Anna does her stuff. And then he goes up to punch kill. And I was wrong. Oh, no, I was right. He's got 2 arms stitched together. It looks like a volleyball net. I will double slash. We will spell cancel. You. I want Zeba on the front row. Bring our damage up a little bit. We can all use a hearty damage output. He's got strong attacks and, you know, just a lot of them. But still, I'm always afraid of spells a lot more, because they hit the squishies, and we don't want that. Spell cancel, Ruai, and you. What can we do with you? We can increase his evade. Nope. Okay, we're just gonna go with straight attack, and we'll have the priest do that next round. I don't feel like I'm doing everything. Boink. Nice, that's a huge damage bonus. And another one down! And a shitload of experience for that. And another unique reagent, I should mention. The golem disappeared, melting away. Turning around, see Culgan staring at his men who have turned into ashes. His clenched fist shook with anger and regret. Her Majesty, the Chief, and Slayle. Everything I believed in is crumbling before my very hands. Culgan bit his lip. I'm not going to just sit and watch myself lose everything. Thinking of it, Ladua started acting strange after investigating this floor half a year ago. There must be something here. Culgan slowly pointed his sword towards you. I teamed up with you because I had no choice. I haven't forgotten your betrayal. When I find some clue, then... After saying this, Culgan disappeared. And the peanut gallery will speak again. If I remember, Culgan is supposed to be a Queen's Guard, right? So why was Ladua trying to kill his own men? Culgan doesn't look like a bad person at all. He tried to kill us. What are you talking about? If anything, he's single-minded, very friendly, and he hates crooked things. Like Josh's pain. Anyways, I think that's how he is. So he's either found something that he wasn't supposed to know, or he might have found that thing out. And because he is earnest, he cannot let it go. Ladua is afraid of that. How are my deductive skills? I think I'm on the right track. But there should be something ahead either way.
Whatever you say. I don't really understand. But if we move on forward, we might figure out the mystery of the missing queen, don't you think? I mean, Ladua running around with that desperate face. Blech. Means that something has to do with the queen. But still, attacking your own men. Was Ladua that desperate?
But I cannot believe it. Not stopping at the homunculus, going so low as to make that man-made creature. Is Ladua engulfed in insanity? Or is there a reason it must go this far? Something happened to that prideful, loyal Queen's Guard. What could have changed him? It looks like we must go. Alright, and I fucked up the camera. There's a bag on the ground. Will I pick it up? Inside the bag, there was a golem's flesh. You got a golem's flesh. One of the unique reagents in the game. But I'm at 57 minutes, and that's not even adding in the extra crap, so... Yeah, we're going back to town now. Going back to town, leveling up, and cutting off a video. And hopefully I will remember to sell my garbage next video as well. I've been forgetting to do that. Alright, to the lodgings! Got everyone leveled up, except Ricardo, because he's just not special. Kyo is now level 13. Hina is now level 17, just because she likes to show off how much better she is than the rest of the party. I am a magnificent level 14. Sarah is also level 14. And Ruai is 13. She's slow. Alrighty then. Well, I'm going to go ahead and save here. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you will tune into the next video. And post comments, because comments are awesome. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time.